Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I go by Melinda, NailFanatic, and I'm here to deliver your latest free, timeless, general, channeled tarot message from the download series. So Spirit is providing this message to you. As a result, they get to decide what comes through. If you want to have your personal question answered, look below the video for information on how you can make that happen. It does require your donation. So other than that, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. For those of you who are new, we're so thankful and grateful to have you. For those of you returning, we love your loyalty. Thank you for holding it down for the new ones to come around. So thankful and grateful for the growth on the channel. All right, so also I just finished sending my live notifications out by text for those who need them. If you feel like you might need those too, look below the video for directions on how to have that come through for you. All right, so they said singing bowl, little baby bowl. So here we go. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. Soplalo! What is the download message that I have to deliver for you at this time? What is the message from the download series by Divine Design? What is your download message today going to say? Here we go. All right. What do we have here? Well, this one doesn't have any description on it either. There are a few of them in the deck. I see trees. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Okay, so there's something here about seeing a wonderful world, even though there could be some shadow energy over the trees. In my readings, the trees speak to me about ancestral energy. Let's see what we have coming out of the download oracle. That came immediately out. Well, we had this guy the other day. It's the catapult. It says, I know there's something you've been feeling weighed down by. We want you to know it's just a catapult to launch you further than you knew you could go. So remember that even this is working for you. The more you remind yourself of that fact, the more you'll see the truth of it. Okay. So what are you focused on? Is it working for you? Is it working against you? These things matter because your perspective is everything in your life. All right, let's see what we have from the Sacred Traveler Oracle for our download message today. What is the energy of the download today? Overall energy. Here we go. Great adventure. Take a risk. Venture forward. Ooh, I love. It's time for a great adventure. Let's see what the book has to say about that, actually. Great adventure. All right. Take a risk, venture forward. The card meaning. At the end of your life, you are more likely to regret the things you didn't do than the things you did do. Take risks. Not every risk enables success, but if you don't try, you never know what remarkable experiences were available to you. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you'll discover new talents and abilities. Playing safe in the long run is no safer than venturing forth with glee. Okay, to quote Helen Keller, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. Hoist your sails, catch the trade winds of adventure and enter the open seas. Explore new ports of call. It's easy to stay safe in the harbor, but that's not where the juice of life is. When you sail the open seas without knowing what the day will bring, life force energy is activated within you. There are no guarantees when you take a risk. Be willing to go out on a limb. That's where the best fruit is. When you push yourself beyond your personal boundaries, life is so much more fulfilling. So, there's something here about going and adventuring, doing things that you haven't done before, going into that place that many just know as fear. So let's see what we have coming out from the dedications for today's message. What is the dedication for today's message, please and thank you? What is the download message about today? Show me the download today. There it is. And what do we have here? It is, take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheel spinning make you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save me. Okay, from the tea leaf fortune cards, let's get 3 factors. Something stayed in the deck. I'm not being guided to look at it, but we're looking for 3 factors for today's download. There's 1, there's 2 coming out of the deck. We're gonna peek at that one that flipped over if we can find it. Okay, we got 4 for today. All right. The card that stayed in the deck, meaning that it's not coming into today's reading, but it's there. Okay, it's there. It says time to get out of a situation, because it came up like this and it's going back in the deck. I feel like you've already gotten out of a situation. The bottom of the deck here is Chairfield. Someone new is entering your life. Someone new is entering your life. Okay, it's necessary to take a risk. Someone new is entering your life. The first clarifying, or the first factor in today's download is the sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Man, so fresh and so clean. That's the day in your life some type of way. It's a fresh day. It's a new day. It's a fresh sunrise. New opportunities. New ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Sun is rising, baby. Okay, what's the second factor we had was the spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. So, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. What is up with this heartache over something you no longer have? Over what you no longer have? All right. And our third factor that came out was the career, the house of the career. And our fourth one is someone you know is undependable and insincere, feather. Okay. So, in your career, has there been some sorrow about who's not in your experience anymore? Clients that aren't with you anymore? Customers? Old business opportunities that are no longer here? Things that have outgrown their time in your experience in some sort of way. We're going to find out some more about what they want for to talk about today. Let's go into the words of clarity and get our overall guidance. What is the guidance? What is the guidance? Someone new is entering your life. That's the truth, though. And you're being called to trust in and have this new great adventure. Now, while I was reading from the book, the Sacred Traveler book, about that great adventure, they were showing me, like, if you got to step out on faith. It's kind of like that old Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. There was a part where he had to throw sand to realize that there's an invisible bridge here. So stepping out on faith is like, you can't see where your foot's going to land, but you know you got to step. You know you got to make that move. And if you make that move in faith, then Spirit always provides that firm place for your feet to land. But if you make it from scarcity and fear, you might find a different outcome. So there's something here about staying in your faith and taking it easy while you're taking this risk. Interesting. Release is at the bottom of the deck. So that is confirming about the card that stayed in the deck, which means you've already removed yourself from a situation with the pail. Okay. What is the guidance? Fear is the guidance. Again, you got to push past fears. Let's see on the other side of that fear what waits you. Whenever a card I don't like come out of here, I've been noticing that I pull another card. So we're going to pull the next one off the top, and it's conclusion. Look at conclusion. So somebody here is still having a difficult time letting go of something is what I see. You've done it in the physical, but there's this residual energy that's affecting you emotionally. So I've chosen the Lustrous Tarot today. Thank you to the good folks over at DeBry. They're offering us a 20% purchasing discount if you want to pick up a new deck for yourself. This is one of the decks that they have available. It's the Lustrous Tarot. And they will also send some support to the channel for every purchase that you make. So check it out. Get your favorite deck from DeBry and use my discount code. All right, let's see what we have here for our message today. Just gonna put some more shuffles down. It looks like somebody's been having a challenge in regards to career, you know. Something about the career has become undependable. You've been working with a person closely and they haven't done their part, which just put an added strain on you. Okay. Heartbreak and disappointment is somewhere here about what was in the past, but the good news in this is you're going to have new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start is also coming in. So there's something that you're being guided to do, which is right now, it's like get out of that fear energy. If we can do that, then there's a conclusion here for you. They said, go ahead and pull one more card about this conclusion. So once you push past the fear, you bring something to an end that you know you've been needing to get out of. Some of you still haven't done it. Let's see what we have. Ease. There's the easy. Okay, I see clearly now why they had me. So they're asking us to push past our fear, let go of something so that we can have an easier go of it. And it's fear. It's fear that needs to be let go of. So let's see what is our download message. We're going to pull all 5 positions. So the first position is you. Let's look at your energy in this. What is your energy in this? Okay, this one. You're showing up with the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, on the other side, in the energy of the situation, we have the Fool. Okay, and the other side of the table, we have the Queen of Pentacles. In what you need to know the most, we have the Knight of Swords. And in the guidance for your best outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck before I go where I was going. The Judgment. Okay. A rebirth, a second chance, a new beginning, a fresh start, starting over again. Starting over again. You could be having some regrets about some choices that you made, some emotional connections that you made. Some of you were doing business with your heart more than your head, and that led to some challenges that came your way in regards to business. But you are in this process with the 5 of Cups coming out in reverse. It's telling me you're releasing that. Now they're saying pull the book and see what the book has to say about the reverse meaning. Yeah, I see either you're having a hard time letting go or you just let go. Different ones of you are coming through differently. Apply it as it fits, and where it doesn't, let it fly. Okay, let's see. What do we have for the 5 of Cups here in the book? Reverse. Okay. So reversed, it talks about depression and despair. Woes. Somebody here in depression and despair over something that they no longer have. Okay. Yeah, somebody here is. Because in the situation, being the Fool showing up here in the situation, it's like, yeah, letting go of everything and ready to start fresh and new. Starting a new adventure, literally starting the new adventure. Not in the old experience anymore. Letting that go. On the other side of the table, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So for somebody, this experience relates to a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your experience, and you're letting go of something. For some of you, this Queen of Pentacles talks about you focusing on building yourself up and building your business up. because we are talking about career, building your career up. Okay. What you most need to know was the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords talks about things moving quickly. The winds of change are blowing, going on attack mode, okay? Some people could have something to say about you letting go of whatever this was you let go of, okay? You could be, if there are feelings that your wealth is under attack, you want to watch out because those are feelings, okay? If you've experienced your wealth being under attack, where are you holding on to victimization and fears of vulnerabilities that show up as a weakness? Mm-hmm. All right. In the guidance here, we have the Knight of Pentacles. They're saying if you're going to want to make it to the Queen of Pentacles energy, you're going to have to be consistent and persistent. Stay the course. The best things in life take time, okay? And they're worth the wait. Okay, so this is continue to focus attention, continue to move in the same direction. Take your time with it. Slow and steady equals stable growth, okay? It's keep making progress in whatever way you can. So for some writer, this is about maybe you can't sit down and write for hours a day. You can only write for a few moments a day. Okay, well, write what you can during that time is one thing I'm getting. For somebody in particular here, you're writing something, you need to do as much as you can, even if it's just a few minutes a day. It is some form of progress. You got to be constantly making progress, and stop judging it so much if you feel like it's not enough. Okay. There's also the energy here of if you're holding on to some situations that you know damn well you need to let go of, but you're just afraid to let go of them. There's something here about once you do let go of that, that's what kicks things into a greater sense of motion. Okay. So why is the Five of Cups here? Please clarify this. Five of Cups. Thank you. We have the High Priestess coming out. Coming out with the Ten of Swords. High Priestess and the Ten of Swords is telling me that internally, you know, something has reached its conclusion. It's not the same no more. We also have the Nine of Pentacles coming out with the World. Yeah, I see a connection. You know, there's some kind of connection that's over. It's complete. It's done. There's no more to be done about this connection. You say, I've looked at it every type of way possible. Everything that I did to try to make this work, it's done. I'm going to choose the independent path. This is you choosing the independent path and closing out an old experience. This is the release that's needed to come up, okay? Letting go of emotional attachment to a situation that didn't work out quite the way you wanted it to. Somebody, you're feeling sad. You might be feeling depressed because of what's not here anymore. Okay. But at the end of the day, there's a win in this somewhere. I hear you're just having a hard time seeing it from where you stand. Okay. You're having a hard time seeing it from where you stand. Okay. So let's see what's at the bottom of the Handmade Clarifying deck. We have the King of Cups. King of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. It is also my card, if you've been with us a while, you know, of emotional mastery, not allowing your emotions to drive everything in your life, but being able to understand what they're actually saying to you, interpret those meanings, and apply them for success for yourself, okay? Following your emotional guidance system, yes. And now, after last night's reading, we know also using that spiritual altimeter to see what your frequency is. How high are you vibrating at this time? Okay. Let's see what we have from my handmade clarifiers to go with this message today. Yeah, I see your intuition told you something was over, something was changing. This is set to change your life and bring in great gains for you. There's something here that's changing. You've been afraid of this ending. I hear you've been afraid of this ending. You've been afraid to close something out. You've been afraid to of what it would look like when something ended, when a cycle changed, when you made a decision and you let go of something. You've been having some fears come up, but you're doing it anyway. They say about fear, the best thing to do with fear is feel it and do it anyway. You know, because Fears, I mean, this is what I say. If it's going to save your life, okay, maybe you want to pay some attention to that fear. But in most cases, the things that you fear are not things that will actually kill you. And sometimes you have to act in self-perseverance, even with the thought that, hey, I might die. I might even die trying to get out of this situation, but this situation is so bad and I don't need to be here. So I'm going to try and get out of this anyways. So even sometimes, even if your life is at risk, and what they're showing me with that is ones who are held against their will, for example, you know, and ones who are manipulated to believe that if they speak up for themselves, then they're going to be in harm's way. Well, those are especially important times to speak up for yourself. So I see there's some loss going on here. There's a feeling of loss in someone here. For someone, there's a Virgo here who's feeling a sense of loss, who's feeling alone in the world, who's feeling like they haven't done what they want to do in this world. Okay, let's see what we have with this Five of Cups energy and your energy. Renew your resolve and commitment to love the life you have and make sure you follow through on it too from the guiding lights. So there's this part of you that knows that no matter what's going on, you still have to do what you can so that you can love your life, so that you can be happy about the way you're living and have a better experience for yourself. You know that there are changes and adjustments that could be made that could lead to a more fulfilling life. And so there's this part of you that's gathering and mustering your strength and coming to a place of empowerment to allow yourself to have the experiences here of trying this different thing that may made you afraid. Okay. And for somebody here, it's about inviting someone into your life or letting go of someone out of your life and inviting somebody new into your life. We're going to use a Kabbalistic Tree of Life Oracle, the cards to clarify this. So let's see what do we have in your energy. Causality coming out. And it's card number 14 in the traditional tarot. The number 14 is temperance energy. So this is about you maintaining your emotions, knowing everything has a cause and effect. You knew that if you did something, it would create an effect. You knew that it wasn't exactly the effect that you wanted, but it was the best way to handle a situation that you could come up with, because at the end of the day, you needed to remove yourself from a situation. Now, there are additional side effects to that. When you remove yourself from an unhealthy or a toxic experience, there are residual effects that continue to play out from making powerful changes like this. So what's at the bottom of this deck? We have the Surgeon, card number 6. 6 in the tarot is the Lover's card. 6 in the tarot, being the Lover's card, talks about a choice. The surgeon immediately, what does a surgeon do? A surgeon goes in and performs surgery. Hello. Surgery is removing certain things sometimes. It's connecting certain things sometimes. It's adding in certain things. There's a surgeon energy here. Now, the thing about a surgeon is they've got to have steady hands and they've got to be precise. They've got to be very well educated. They got to be very cautious and careful because they hold lives in their hands. Okay, so there's a surgeon here. Is something being moved from someone? Maybe they're not letting it go. Maybe they don't want to let it go, but it's being removed from someone here. Okay. All right, let's see what we have clarifying this position of your energy. We have future. Okay, so the future is opening up for you. Somebody says, I need love and affection. I heard Future's voice singing that. So the future is something that's on your mind, okay? Yeah. You know that it's a difficult decision, but you're making the best decision because you know in the future, the outcome and the repercussions of the choice that you're making now will be very important. And so you're making the choice to have the best future that you can. All right, so the bottom of the deck here, we have angel number 611. It says, keep a positive attitude and environment. Step out of my comfort zone to accomplish my goals. That's what this 5 of Cups is for somebody here. You're taking yourself to a place outside of your comfort zone. You've never done this before. That's why you're having a hard time letting go of what was, because of the fact that it's all you really know. You haven't done this before. This is different for you. And of course, it's going to trigger your fears. Okay? Because you're going into a place that you've never been before emotionally, stepping out of your comfort zone. This is an act of empowerment, big time. Okay? So you're changing your environment, making bold moves that you've never made before, stepping out of your comfort zone with the future in mind, aware that the changes you make now affect the future in your experience. So let's put one more shuffle on this deck, and then we will see what we have for our first round of trivia. Oh my God, there's so many cards. All right. So show me your energy for this. Okay, here we go. We have this animal, and it is the cheetah. I don't think we've had the cheetah on the show yet. So, with the cheetah, true or false? The cheetah is the world's fastest land animal. True or false? True. It can reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. Honey, you are on the move. You are on the move. And they said, don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Okay, so there's something here. You're making moves, removing old energies, replacing it with what you want to see more of in your life. Staying positively focused and oriented. Things are coming to an end, and you're like, zoom, like a bat out of hell, okay? And you're moving so fast in this, it can trigger you a little bit. Things start picking up the pace. You start moving so fast. You got so much to do. It triggers your insecurities, your fears a little bit. But at the end of the day, you could be taking a risk, and you're concerned about well, this is what's going on out in the world. But there's something here about knowing that even though there's some shadow energy out there in the world, you're bigger than that. Your energy is bigger than that, okay? And you can make your power of focus is very important. You're moving quickly. 70, the chariot energy. Yeah, some of you are getting in your car and making a move, okay? Some of you, this is about moving your life. You're taking actions to move and advance forward. Powerful. I love it. In the multiple choice question, which of these statements about the cheetah is not correct? It can purr but cannot roar. It cannot completely retract its claws, or it only hunts at night. The one that's not correct is it only hunts at night. So in your energy, what's true about you is you can purr, but you cannot roar. So there's something here about you're moving really freaking fast, but it's like the difference between an old American muscle car driving right next to a Tesla. The Tesla is pretty much noiseless, where the old muscle car is a loud ass machine, honey. You can feel all the machine. You can feel it through your body when they rumble by. You know what I'm saying? So there's something here about you move very quickly, but with silence. Okay. Cannot completely retract its claws. Maybe you got long nails too. You ain't cutting them off. Hell no, you ain't cutting your nails. The other thing about claws is nails. Okay. At one point, I looked up information about things that I have always been attracted to, which is long hair and long nails. And I found some information about spirituality and long nails. And what I found was, hold on, did I pull these for every position? No, I did not. That's why it's sitting in my lap. Okay, so what I found about the long nails was there are some goddesses, actually. I remember there was a Chinese goddess and an Aztec goddess who wore long nails. And one thing that whatever information I found on the website talked about was nails being effective in cutting through negativity. Okay. So you cannot retract your claws as a cheetah. Cannot completely retract your claws. Saying you'll never just back down from negativity. You'll always cut through it. This is just who you are. Whoa, the bottom of the oracle cards here real quick. We had Aries, the zodiac sign Aries. So there's some energy here about Aries in your either in your birth chart or someone else's sun sign. And then we have sleeping alone at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so for someone here, you're in Aries and you're sleeping alone. And, you know, you're understanding now cause and effect. Okay. Somebody here is afraid that something is over, but doesn't know how to move on. Somebody here is making a lot of moves. Okay. But doing it with silence. Okay. Moving quickly, but with silence. All right. What else do we have? Third, our open-ended question: on what continent do the majority of wild cheetahs live? Africa. There are also small populations in the Middle East. Okay. So there could be some link to Africa. Somebody could be from Africa or the Middle East in this. And African and Middle East beliefs, culture, and traditions coming up for someone here. There's something about that. Okay. It's time to take a risk. You know something is over. Somebody here, you know something is over, and you got to focus on your future with no regrets. Yeah. You're resolving your commitment. Some of you had an experience with an Aries in your past, and this is what you're moving on from, okay? This is for someone, you might having challenges moving on because you know that it's a heartbreak over what you no longer have. Is it you here having a heartbreak over what you no longer have? Somebody feels like you stabbed them through the heart because you moved on. But you had to go for a fresh start because somebody in this experience was undependable and insincere. They'd say things, they didn't follow through. Well, you do. Yeah, because you're renewing your resolving commitment to love the life you have and to make sure you follow through on that. Anything that's in your power to make sure you love your life, you're doing that at this time. So let's look at the experience, the connection, what we have here. We had the Fool show up. So this experience where it applies to another person, yeah, you've let this person go out of your experience. We had the Five of Swords as the first clarifier. Coming out with the Queen of Wands. And there's that Aries energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine energy. Five of Swords, Queen of Wands. Okay. Then we had the 10 of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. So what I see happening here in between a connection between you and another, somebody here is self-sabotaged this experience. If you were with an Aries person in particular, or Leo or Sagittarius, and you're vibing with this message, I feel stronger you had an Aries in your experience before. This person could be going back and forth in their head about the changes that you made because, you know, they're getting an idea that, hey, you're up for a fresh start. You're doing something new. You're focused on your career. You got new things coming in for you, new experiences, new people, new energy in your life, you know, and somebody here, they're back and forth in their head about it. They don't like it. They're having some very strong opinions about it. But I see that Spirit guided you with the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Wands. This is Spirit guided you to end something, to put something to the end. And here, look, the thaw. Because you ended something, it's causing somebody's heart to thaw. Somebody didn't want to focus on some emotions they were having about this situation. Here it is. This is the energy. When I had my dream come true, I really did not know what to do. Inexperienced. Somebody acted in a way that did not honor having their dream come true. They did not honor having their dream come true. And now there's a realization that hurts like a bee. Yeah, see, frustration. Frustration. Somebody is frustrated. The organization coming out for our second round of trivia is the United Nations. There was a connection opportunity here. Somebody didn't handle it correctly. They self-sabotage this shit by being argumentative, by being deceptive, by being stuck in fear. They let fear destroy what they had. Fear of losing something made them lose something, took something away from them. There's big frustration here now. The thaw. Somebody was so cold before. They were so good at what, they had such a cold heart when they were doing their self-sabotaging behavior, when they were lying, when they were leading you on, when they were doing whatever it was, coming from fear. They put ice over their heart, but with the thaw coming in, they're starting to feel again. Oh, they're starting to feel again. And it's coming up again. Maybe they have been doing everything they could to ice over their emotions and not pay no attention to how they feel. Well, guess what? The fucking feelings are real. And they come into life again. If anybody got a connection in Vegas to clean the vents, let me know. The thaw is coming over their heart. They can't deny how they feel anymore. Okay. So let's go into our second round of trivia. True or false? When the UN Security Council was founded, a permanent member country was chosen from each continent except Antarctica. True or false? False. As of 2018, Australia, South America, and Africa have not had permanent members. Okay. I almost said parliament. So there's something here about parliament. Somebody really likes the old school funk band called Parliament. Okay. And parliament deals with the laws so there's something here about laws in the UK area. Okay. For someone here. All right. Australia, South America, and Africa did not have permanent members. So there's something here. We had Africa come out in the last position as well. Okay, maybe you didn't have a permanent. This connection was not permanent. There we go. This connection was not permanent. There are some connections that are permanent, but this is not one. Okay. And our multiple choice question. Which of these countries has never been a member of the UN Security Council? Was it Canada, Israel, or Sweden? The correct answer was Israel. Israel has never been a member of the UN Security Council. In our open-ended question, what organization was the United Nations designed to replace? It was designed to replace the League of Nations. Okay. So there's something here about, first off, a big change since 2018. And there it is, a 4-year mark again. We're in 2022, something about 2018. Did somebody have experiences with people from Australia, South America, and Africa over the course of the last 4 years? There's something here about that. Okay. Israel has never been a member of the UN Security Council. Okay. Israel is a place of very strong spiritual significance. Okay. So something here about spiritual differences. Spiritual differences. Okay. Somebody here could not be permanent in your life because there was not a spiritual connection. You're two different types of beasts spiritually. You're two different spiritual energies. So somebody here could not be permanent in your experience. And that's why a situation came to a head and came to an end. Let's look at the other side of the table. Who or what do we have on the other side of the table? We have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. She is loving. She is nurturing. She is kind. She's kind of a green finger, a green thumb energy. Green finger, a green thumb energy. Green sleeves. I don't know, but whatever. Somebody here knows that song. Green sleeves. Somebody's wearing green sleeves right now. Okay. This is somebody on the other side of the table in this experience is busy building up their own self. building up the empowerment of their self, building up their life. Okay, for someone, this is talking about you walking away from a situation in your career that has brought you a lot of frustration because it seemed like you just couldn't go ahead, and Spirit just guided you to let that all go. If that's you on the other side of the table, you're going to be able to finally focus and grow some pentacles. Clarifying this position, we have the 8 of Wands coming out with the Death card. 8 of Wands and Death. I see that you put your focus and your energy towards making a change in your life. Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. So on the other side of the table, which side of the table do you sit on? Because on the other side of the table, we have somebody here who needs to make a change, okay? And here we go. The 2 of Cups. Somebody here needs to make a change and focus on their own empowerment and spiritual development is what I get. With the 2 of Cups and the Magician, somebody here needs to address their manipulations. Okay. Somebody here was looking at you like you were loving and nurturing and kind. Yet when they came in, they offered their arrows of love and they were shot down. It was shot down. It was shot to death. 2 of Cups says there was a real love connection here. But with the Magician, somebody tried to do whatever they had to get their own way. And it wasn't in consideration of the other person's needs. Somebody didn't care about another person's needs in this. Okay. On the other side of the table, what do we have? The sights. The songs, sights, and scents bring the memories back to life. Nostalgia. Somebody here is busy thinking about how loving and kind and nurturing you were. And you're looking at them like, you're gonna love me. You're gonna wanna hold me and squeeze me. Yeah, you know somebody was gonna wanna love you when you let them go. And you did that. You found your independence. You let somebody go in this experience, okay? You knew that they loved you. You knew you loved them. You knew that they knew that you loved them. But something that happened here remove them from your experience, and they're thinking about your loving and your nurturing. They're missing how much it felt so good laying next to you, all that good food you made, the way you would rub them down, the way you touch them. They miss rubbing you down. They miss holding you. And now they do want to love you. They really do want to love you. They miss you. Oh, somebody misses you. The servant, somebody here. Part of their gimmick, their manipulation was saying that they were going to be of service. But again, somebody didn't have no follow through. They didn't do what they said they was going to do, because when they had their dream come true, they did not know what to do. Somebody here, now they're saying to themselves, man, I'll do anything just to have one more chance. Okay, this person is now by themselves in solitude. They're in the word introspection here came strongly to my awareness. Somebody here is in solitude. Now there's some deep introspection, some self-reflection. A quote from C.S. Lewis says, "We live, in fact, in a world starved for solitude and silence, and therefore starved for meditation and true friendship." Somebody here is now realizing, while they're on their solitude energy, thinking about the past, that they lost a real friend. Somebody here realizes that they lost a real friend. They might have chose love over friendship, and the love they chose was with a manipulating, deceptive motherfucker. And now they're missing their friendship. Somebody here chose love over a friendship when they had a friend here that was helpful. They had a helpful friend, and they chose this deceptive ass, manipulative ass partner instead of their friend. Is that what's going on here? For somebody, it definitely is. Let's get into our third round of trivia and find out. What do we have here? Ooh, it's a sculpture. We have Mount Rushmore showing up. Somebody took a vacation together. They're on vacation over here. Maybe y'all went together, or their memory. They got pictures of y'all at Mount Rushmore. Somebody is at Mount Rushmore right now by theirself, and because they're by theirself, they're thinking about this great friend they had, or this great love they had, this one that they lost. Remembering. So, true or false? Mount Rushmore was completed before the Empire State Building was built. The Empire State Building was completed in 1931, and Mount Rushmore was not completed until 1941. Empire State Building and Mount Rushmore. Okay. Interesting. So somebody here was dead set on stabilizing their empire first, but this person wanted to rush more. Somebody wanted to rush. This person wanted to rush you. By rushing you, all they did was put themselves out of the picture, is what I hear. Okay. This person on the other side of the table, they could have focused on their empire. Instead, they rushed something in. Yeah, that turned out to be a bad idea. 1931, the Magician, the Hermit, the Empress, and the Magician again. So I see a Virgo and I see a Taurus, Libra energy. Both magicians, they had a chance to come together and build an empire. Okay. They did have that. It didn't work out. Then we have with Mount Rushmore completed in 1941. 1 is a magician, 9 is a hermit, 4 is the emperor, and 1 is the magician. So for someone here, what we have is somebody is realizing a little too late, a day late and a dollar short. Somebody is realizing that, oh my God, this was my perfect mate. This person was the perfect partner for me. What the fuck have I done? And they're having a lot of realizations and remembering you. Okay. Multiple choice question. A mountain is named for which of these? The mountain, Mount Rushmore, is named for which of these? A California sculpture, a New York lawyer, or a South Dakota governor? The correct answer is a New York lawyer. New York lawyer. Somebody is clearly a lawyer in New York. Okay. I'm trying to see. Let me just grab my phone. Yeah, that's what they showed me to do. Let me follow directions. Why is Mount... Let me say it to the phone. That'll be faster. Why is Mount Rushmore named after a New York lawyer? Mount Rushmore is named after a New York City attorney. Charles E. Rushmore was sent out to this area in 1884 to check legal titles on properties. On his way back to Pine Camp, he asked Bill Chalice, a local resident and guide, the name of this mountain. What the heck? So he asked the name of the mountain. Okay. Bill replied, never had a name, but from now on, we'll call it Rushmore. Okay. So it was named after the lawyer who went to check the legal titles on the property. So somebody here on this side of the table, on the other side of the table, was focused about legal titles on property. Very important. And New York comes into play in some type of way. All right. Name all 4 of the presidents profiled on Mount Rushmore. We have Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln on Mount Rushmore. Why did they... Okay, I got another question now. Why are Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln the presidents profiled on Mount Rushmore? Why these 4 presidents? Gutzon Borglum selected these 4 presidents because from his perspective, they represented the most important events in the history of the United States. Okay. So he found them to be the most important in regards to. So there's something here about, in this person's mind, the interaction with you, they're thinking a lot about it because it was one of the most significant events of their life. Now they got plenty of time to think about the connection with you. Yeah. And the frustrations. They got time to think about themselves and what they need to do. They're thinking about what has transpired in this and how you're still focused on renewing the resolve and commitment to love your life and following through on that. Somebody here is really focused on that. But you played a very significant role in somebody's life here. And that's why they're really thinking about you a lot. Okay. The Death card does bring Scorpio energy. The Magician brings Gemini energy. And the Queen of Pentacles brings Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If it applies, let it stick. If it doesn't, let it fly. Okay. What do you need to know about this situation for today's download? We had the Knight of Swords. A change is in the wind. Change is happening. Somebody's taking time alone and they're busy thinking about you, though. It's a very significant meeting having met you. Let's see. The Sun card as a first clarifier. Coming out with the Page of Pentacles. This is new opportunity coming your way. New resources opening up for you. This leads to happiness. Happiness. What you need to know about this connection is happiness. Pure positive energy. Somebody in this experience, maybe they didn't manipulate you, but you had to let go of some manipulative energy. And there's somebody here who wants to take action, but they got to deal with some of their own stuff and come to understand some of their own things before that's going to happen. There's new moves being made. The Hangman, the delay. There's a delay here. The Hangman having to do with the Two of Pentacles. Changes that must be made. Balance that must be restored. Yeah. Okay. Changes are happening quickly. Somebody here wants to attack because, you know, they're seeing things from another perspective. You got all these great opportunities and this happiness. Somebody doesn't fucking like that shit. A change is coming. And somebody doesn't like it. Somebody could be reaching out to you from a distance because, you know, they're thinking about you. Let's see what else we have about that side. Whoa, we have Pisces energy showing up. So for somebody, a Pisces could be reaching out to you. Let's get the next card off of the top of our handmade clarifiers. So now we had Libra come out of this deck. I mean, not Libra. I said Libra, but I meant to say Aries and Pisces. From the guiding lights and what you need to know. Whoa, within 3 days from now, new information is going to create awareness of a shift in direction that leads to a much more fulfilling experience. I'm telling you, there's happiness in this. There's a change happening. A change that had to happen. A different perspective to find balance. Good news is coming in. It's going to lead to a lot of happiness. It's going to make things come in quickly. It's going to make things change quickly here. Something is going to happen very quickly. We have the advisor coming in and what you need to know. For some of you, a person's going to be wanting to reach out to you. Is it a friend who didn't necessarily, things didn't go well? A friend that sabotaged? Okay, whatever type of friend it was. Reaching out to you within 3 days. Okay. Looking for some advice. Okay. Is this somebody who's gotten some sort of advisor and they'll be reaching out to you? Okay. It's gonna, whatever it is gonna be a surprise. You have a great surprise coming in. And we have a new card. Yay, it's an instrument. It's a mandolin. Oh, I'm excited. We have a new card. All right. For our fourth round of trivia, we have the mandolin. True or false? The mandolin is tuned for the same notes as the guitar. False. It's tuned to the same notes as a violin. Well, that's interesting. Mandolin and violin. Well, they have half their name the same. Huh? Is somebody here going to have half their name the same as another person? Interesting. Okay. Half their name is the same. Something about half their name is the same. Something about being tuned tuned to a violin and not to a guitar. Somebody here maybe plays the violin, or somebody else used to play the guitar. Something there? Multiple choice. The mandolin has how many strings? Is it 8, 4, or 6? A mandolin has 8 strings. 8 strings. So somebody is going with the 8 of wands over here. Looks like 8 strings. 8 of wands was on the other side of the table position. Somebody's going to be reaching out to you. Their heartstrings are singing for you. All right, let's see what is our open-ended question. What 1991 REM single emerged from guitarist Peter Buck learning to play the mandolin? Losing My Religion. Somebody here, you're going to get some surprising information about somebody here who's ready to shift their consciousness. They're ready to make a change. Something about how this person's self-sabotage could have had to do with their religious beliefs. Somebody here is going to let you know that they're letting go of certain beliefs. Maybe it's not religious beliefs, but it's some sort of beliefs that somebody is letting go of here. They're going to be trying to rush in and tell you about it within 3 days from now. Very specific. Well, let's see what's the guidance when this person comes rushing into your life. The guidance is the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles also has to do with accepting, because it is a knight. There is some accepting energy here. And because it's a pentacle, somebody could offer an invitation to join them for an hour or so for a meal. What do we need to know? What's the guidance for you? Because overall, this Knight of Pentacles is saying stay true to your purpose and continue to move forward no matter what comes up, okay? We have the Emperor. For someone at Aries who's going to be trying to reach back out to you that you already had in your experience. The guidance for you is to remember that you are the Emperor, and you need to honor and assert your boundaries. And can't nobody slow you down. You're going slow enough with the Knight of Pentacles. You don't need to slow yourself down no more. This Emperor is coming out with the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. I feel like as you're stepping into your authority in your life, choosing very carefully what you're going to allow, what you're going to let fly, you're finding a lot more wish fulfillment for you. Things are working out just that much better for you. You're loving it. Things are advancing for you. 6 of Pentacles is coming in to say, oh boy, finally the energy of lack and limitation and feeling left out in the cold and not having enough is broken, and now you're getting what you deserve. Of course, honoring and setting your boundaries, moving on from these chaotic energies. Things are going to start to pick up the pace really quickly for you. New clients coming in, bringing new promotions, bringing new word, bringing new business, bringing new support in, something word of mouth, something about more customers, some more business, more economic growth here. Okay, going to the 10 of Pentacles. Hello, that's everything. That's money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? Got money in the bank. Somebody of you about to have money in the bank? I heard for the first time in your life. Somebody here, this is about family stability and happiness. I heard God is getting involved in your experience. Follow the guidance you get. You've been doing that. Keep doing that. Slow and steady wins the race. This is about family happiness, family well-being. This is about togetherness. This is about getting what you deserve. This is about getting the merits of your work and your efforts paying off. And yeah, last night I was like, no shit. I was like, whoa. When the payoff card came out about half an hour or an hour or whatever later after I said, I won't be surprised if the payoff card, and it freaking came out. If the payoff card is here, I might really get up and run around this room for a minute, just hooping and hollering. I'm just letting you know now. I have put myself out there because I believe in love, vulnerability. For some of you, that's what it's about. Don't give up on love just because somebody didn't know what the fuck to do with it. Now that we got love, what are we gonna do with it? For someone, there was some delays because of fear. Somebody had to address some of their fears. If I fall in love again, if I get involved in this, I might get hurt. Shout out to Dance Walker Tarot, part of the loyalty tribe. So thankful and grateful you chose membership. Thank you. All right. So the guidance for you. You can't give up on love just because you ain't bumped into the person that can love you right, honey. All of that will be worth it when you get to the right one, but you got to still be able to put yourself out there for love. You have to. It's necessary. It's a requirement. Deceased. The past is in the past. The energy of the past, it cannot. They might want to reach out to you, but the past is over. This is not the old relationship. This is a new relationship. Somebody on the other side of the table wants to fucking rush in. They can't get you off their mind. They're thinking about you all the time. This is a new person wanting to rush in. They have followed the eightfold path. Is it the eightfold path? The eightfold something? No, yep. It's the four noble truths and the eightfold path. Somebody here lives by the eightfold path coming into your experience. This person is your divine masculine energy for someone here. There is a lot of room for love and contentment and long-term stability here. Whether that's you with you or you with a actual mate that can actually sustain this energy and hold it with you. Okay. Whoa, the audience is watching, honey. The audience comes through. It's card number 13. And the death card is the tarot card for number 13. I heard the audience is watching this change. The audience just can't wait to see what's next. What? Okay. The type of ship we have coming through here is a submarine for our fifth and final round of trivia for the download session today. True or false? There have been submarine aircraft carriers. True. Submarines capable of carrying scout planes were deployed as early as 1915. In our multiple choice question, which of these was the earliest use of a submarine in military action? Was it the American Revolutionary War, the U.S. Civil War, or World War I? It was the American Revolutionary War. All right. In our open-ended question, what was the name of the submarine in Jules Verne's 1870 book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? It was named the Nautilus. Okay. In your guidance, honey, I feel like if you can get through these emotions of fear, just like this submarine was able to carry all these aircraft underwater, you can get past these emotions and be able to fly. So stay the course. Let yourself love. Don't worry about fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. If you don't take no freaking risk, you're never going to get nowhere. All you're going to have is a life full of, I didn't really do anything. It was kind of just eat, work, sleep. That was it. What a life experience. Nothing came from holding back for fear of losing. Nothing ever satisfying or worthwhile came from being afraid to step up and try something different. Get out of your comfort zone. That's what somebody here needs to do. Because this is about a revolution happening within you. You're about to change your whole life. The finger of God is on this with the Nautilus. That's the sacred spiral. That's the finger of God, God's fingerprint energy all up in this. This is not the past. This is not the same energy from your past. Do not allow anyone back from your past. If you haven't had that experience with this person, they might be the one. They might be the one that you're supposed to have this next experience with. What kind of experience? Love, because you believe in love. Okay. The audience is watching. And who is the audience? They're talking about a spiritual audience. Look at this. And now this card is having a whole new meaning. You see that big blue being with its heart just lit the fuck up? That is the spirit world. That is God watching what you're doing on earth. There's all this shadow energy around, but what you're doing here and continuing to choose love and connection. Oh, and it's two trees coming together. Two trees coming together. I see two people coming together in love, and it transforms the world. somebody said, okay, that's a big statement. I know it is. I'm only channeling what the heck I heard. So pick it up and run with it or leave it if it don't resonate. Not my problem. Two people here coming together in love, and it's going to change the whole world. Spirit is focused on this and got a finger on it to help it grow. There'll be a surprise for some of you. You're going to get a text message and invitation. I heard in 2 more days. In 2 more days. You've been waiting and hoping that you would hear from somebody. You're going to be so freaking happy. They're going to surprise you with some kind of invitation. Go for it. Go for it. For somebody, there's an invitation to travel. For somebody here, you've been focused on letting go of the past and pushing past fears and what if it doesn't work out, but you're willing to try it anyways. You've already surgically removed anything that was counterproductive to your love and peace and happiness. And there was some residual emotions about what you no longer have. I don't think it's so much about who you no longer have, but about not having a certain experience anymore. But all that did was line you up with this catapult energy to launch further than you thought you can go before. And once that catapult is engaged and utilized, you could take it easy because the momentum is going to carry you. So I see somebody here who spiritually, you've been through a huge spiritual shift. And you know that is going to have an effect in your physical world. You don't quite know what that's going to look like. What you do know is right now in your physical experience, there's some frustrating things going on, but changes are happening. You're seeing signs and synchronicities to bless that. You could have even involved some official government agencies in regards to these things that are happening in your physical experience. You are guided to do that. You're going to see progress made, okay, on the other side of the table in some sort of way. Somebody's going to have more time alone to think about their actions and think about their behaviors. Somebody's taking time alone to think about their actions and their behaviors and make sure of what they're going to do before they do it with you. Somebody here, you need to know that things are coming in with a surprise, okay? It's not about religion. It's about spirituality here. And God's fingerprint is all up in this. So continue to follow God's guidance and move forward with confidence, knowing that new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start are here for you. Someone new is entering your life. It could be affecting your career. It could be that their career is affecting why they're not more active right now. The energy is going to pick up. I get within 2 days, you're going to get a message for somebody, even though the card says within 3. It'll be 2 more days. I hear in 2 to 3 months, this situation is going to really surprise you. So, in a positive way, because the sunrise is here and the sun is here. The changes that are happening in your life right now are definitely beneficial. You've stepped out of your comfort zone to keep a positive attitude and environment, and this serves you well. So, this is what I have for you at this time for your general, free, timeless, channeled tarot message today. That's all, folks. If you need a personal reading, go to the website, look below the video where you'll find all the facts to all the questions that you could have. And I look forward to working with you and seeing you here again for our next session. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you, the golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby.